to Let's Talk. My name is Berlyh. This is
Pharlone.
This is
Rebecca.
And these are my teen babies. And today we're going to talk about relationship advice. Wait, they don't know nothing about relationships, so we're going to be talking about relationships. And they're going to be reaching their hands into this bowl and picking questions. And I'm just here to facilitate conversations, but they're going to answer and talk about what they want, and you'll see. So, without further ado, sit back, relax, and let's talk. So, Pharlone, you're gonna go first. Pick the bowl.
Alright, let's see. What is this question? Oh gosh. Okay. So, what are some signs that a relationship isn't working out? Honestly, I would say when there's no communication. Like when the communication starts failing, like you're not talking every day. Well, you don't have to talk every day to be in a relationship.
So, question, like moving even, because I think we're talking about like romantic relationships, talking about even like friendships, like when do you know even a friendship's not working or like it's not going well?
If both of you guys are on the same page.
What do you mean by that?
Like, for example, me and Pharlone are like great friends and stuff.
Sisters.
So if both of us aren't like what's called like building each other up, if I'm your friend and you're not building me up and stuff, and I'm not building you up, or like if something's wrong or something's going on and we
I get you.
then it's not.
Okay, I get what. To piggyback off what she's saying, when you're not there for them physically, emotionally, and mentally, like you're not helping them, you're not uplifting them. A good friendship, relationship, all of that is you're with that person to help build them and like help them move forward. If they ask you, oh, should I go smoke, and you just off the back, yeah, go ahead, it's not gonna do nothing. Like that's not a good friend.
Yeah, because you're not building it up.
You're just making them take steps back. Like you want to help push them forward. You want to be there for every
Milestone.
Yeah, milestone. Like you want to go through things together, like, you know?
Yeah, I get you. I like what you said in the beginning too about like a communication too. So like, okay, so if I don't talk to my friend like in months or like even like I'll check up once in a while, but we don't really talk like that, is that a sign of a bad relationship?
Actually, I don't really think so. It depends on
how it is.
Cause like I could not talk to you for like months, but when we talk again, like it seems like we didn't lose like those months.
Yeah.
So like, it depends on the, the person. It depends on the friendship, the type of friendship, or the type of relationship you guys have.
I think I'm the same way too, because like I don't need to talk to you every single day to be your friend. But some people like they need that, like they need their friend to check up on them every single day. If Corona happened, like, and 1 week passed by and like they could have been going through whatever, like their family member could have died, but if you don't reach out to me, the friendship's over. Some people have that mentality.
With me, I'm 50-50 with that. Like I have some friends like we don't gotta talk every day, like, but we know where it's at. Like my best friend, we don't talk every day. My guy best friend, we don't talk every day, but we know we straight, like we know we good. And then I have some friends, yeah, we talk every day. It's like either a hi bye or it's like, you good, you okay, yeah. But I'm not gonna like cut my friendship with you because we didn't talk for like 2 weeks. Or longer, unless like I know you like doing something grimy, but I'm not gonna just chop the squid.
Cut it off?
Yeah.
Cut it off. On that note, Becky from the block, the Becky with the good hair. Come on now. Come on, read it out loud. Read it out loud.
My question is, what age do you think you should, start dating? Honestly, it depends. I think it depends on where you at. Like it depends on where you at mentally. But yeah, it depends where you at mentally, and also like, for example, if your parents says you're not supposed to date at 12, then
I guess
they might say it
your
for
parents know they was dating.
exactly, but like they might
tell me I
say it for a
can't
reason. They might say it for a reason, or they might say because that's your baby.
Yeah.
But honestly, it just depends on where you at.
I agree. I feel like there's no like set age. I mean, like you can't be a baby at dating, but like I feel like it's based on your mental state honestly in like your emotional state? Like, do you think
You
if you
handle
like if
boyfriend
you can
or
handle
girlfriend.
your if you know you can handle yourself, can you handle letting another person in? Because you know once you add another person to the equation, it's like there's certain things like you can't do like emotionally wise or like talk communication wise. Like you gotta let them in and stuff. So it's like I don't think there's an age because some people mature faster than others. So it's based off of on if you think or if you not even think is you know you're ready.
I think that's a good question. This is a good segue for another question. Do you guys personally think you're ready for like a relationship right now with like in your age or with your big age or your small age?
Right now, for me personally, no, because I'm in the stage where I'm learning to love myself before I learn to love someone else.
Okay, yeah.
Or like somebody else.
Okay.
I don't feel like I have
Love,
time.
but okay.
I don't have time. I'm not here mentally and emotionally
That's
to be
good.
liking someone else.
Yes and no for me, cause you know I'm always ready to love somebody. You know, share my love with somebody. Like not no simp thing or nothing. But like I be ready to now share my love with somebody. You know, like I'm a simple person, so it's like I'm not really complex with it. So I think I'm ready to date. You know?
I heard something on. I'm sorry.
But according to my father,
No.
like
Oh.
he doesn't he doesn't have a set age. Like he doesn't care. He would just prefer I graduate college.
Hallelujah.
And then
Hallelujah.
like
you don't
he just wants me to be happy.
You don't start dating until you're married, okay? And
No, and then until you don't start dating until you're married.
But like
thank you, I did.
Oh my god.
what age gap is too big?
Well,
Let me see.
10 years max.
10 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's actually generous.
That's
That's actually really generous.
that's interesting.
I think 15 years is max.
15.
Like too much. Like too much.
That's okay. What age year for you is too much?
Oh, for me.
That's interesting.
For me,
Oh, for me. Okay, so I'm
I'm
18, right?
17.
So
17. My oldest. Not trying to not nobody catch
20?
it.
20?
Catch a case. 23.
23.
No, to me, my age, 20.
I'm crying
21
right now. Okay, so
actually.
you're 18.
You're 18. Yours should be
I'm
higher.
crying like I'm like,
Yours should
wait,
be-
you're 18? Oh my god.
Yours should be higher
Okay,
than mine.
21, 22.
You and you're 23?
Yeah.
And I'm
Jesus.
17. Just not trying to have you catch a case.
What?
Just if you want to.
When I was your age, like when I was in high school.
What was it, 30?
No, when I was in high school, my age, like below me a few months and above me, like maybe
Yeah.
2 years.
Under me,
That's why I said 20.
Under me, I'll do a few months. Like a few months. A few months not bad. Like
Younger than me.
young
Same year as
Some
me,
people
but
not back
a
to
few
me, but-
months.
I'm older now, and I'm like, okay,
23 is not bad.
7 years my max.
No,
Let someone be in their 30s, bro.
You know what's called
30-year-olds be looking good sometimes.
No, but like now, 7 years for me is 30 years. Like it's okay for me.
Go find you a dad.
The camera
but like, no, but like your question was like the age gap. You weren't specific. So
Yeah, so-
like for anyone else, I would say 10 years max.
10 years?
Yeah, but for me, I'm 18, so I'll be like 20, 21.
Wow, me like I'm still 4 is pushing it for me, but my maximum like that I'll be comfortable with is 7 because I'm thinking about
That I would
mentality
be comfortable
thing.
with is 20, like 2, 3 years.
Yeah, that makes sense. That you're 18 now, so it's
I don't mind 5 years.
yeah,
That's still
like
too
that's
much.
we didn't grow up on the same thing. We didn't
That's
grow up
not-
on the same show.
It should be 20 years apart.
You're right. They do.
They'd be 20 years apart.
That's not
I'm
my
fine with
portion.
5.
That's not my
Maybe
portion.
more, but 5 is good.
All
I
right.
think it's like they'll know I'm here. I think it's like because at your age at 18, someone at 23 is two completely different walks of life.
Yeah.
As opposed to our age at 23, if we date someone that's 30, we still in a similar
Place, yeah, but 18, you're just getting out of college. You don't, 23, you're getting high school, unless you're real smart. You're just getting out of high school, and 23, you're just getting out of college, so
I'm like
you're
21.
two different,
Yeah, two different levels.
places in your life, so for me, when I was 18, I was not gonna date anybody who is like, I wouldn't date anyone who was more than, I don't know, like.
See, my max is
Pushing.
3 years. My
I feel I had a divorce married. Dang.
That's okay. Let's move on to the next question. That's crazy. Y'all surprised me with that one.
15 years.
I thought 15 years. I was like, what?
I was like, that's too much.
Ah, stop being rude.
At your age, if you like someone, would you invite him or wait? Would you invite him for dinner so your parents can get to know?
Why wouldn't you invite them over? Tell me.
Like him. Like, am I dating him or am I like...
You
just
like him? Okay, so let's say, I'm gonna change the situation. Say you like him, you're starting to talk more, and he says, as a Christian man, I need to talk to your parents, and I need to like meet your parents just so that they know, so we can be held accountable, so that you know, we could do everything right and all that stuff.
Okay, if you put it like that, then yes.
If you put it like that, yes.
If a guy's coming to me telling me, I want to meet your parents right off the bat because
It's gonna be a
Like,
no.
that's not off the bat. Like,
Well, not
let's
off
say,
the
like,
bat, but
If it's a Christian guy and stuff, well, he obviously is gonna be a Christian guy.
He better be. He better be.
But like a Christian guy, yes. But like if like I'm not supposed to date and I know I'm not supposed to be dating, and he asks me my parents, it's gonna be a no from the start.
It's a no for
If you
me.
don't like it,
It's a no for me.
But like,
no.
what you just said, if he's telling me like, we're starting to talk more and stuff, and he said I want to meet your parents, that's telling me you see
You're ready to
me
be serious.
you see me in your future,
future,
and
yeah.
you plan on marrying me. So I find that respectful, and I'm
Yeah.
very big on respect. So I'm gonna say yes. But like, if I
we
was a
doing
little
it in the
younger
wrong
and I wasn't supposed to be
way.
dating,
Yeah.
so then no.
Y'all better than me, cause up until like the last year, I would be like, no.
No, like that's why I said no from the get go. I was like, no, cause like just like she said, if it's like serious and stuff like that, especially if he's a Christian and that's his values, like that's his main values. He needs to meet the
A man
parents
with
and stuff.
values is a man appreciated. That was a
Like if that's his values, then yeah, I'm gonna honor his values, especially if he sees me in his future.
Check to see if it's in drink. Watch your feet. It's good? Okay.
have fun editing this one.
That's okay. Okay, go ahead.
But yeah, especially if he sees a future, if he sees like a long-term relationship going on, if it's a joke, then, well, obviously, if it's a joke, then, and I'm not supposed to be dating.
Yeah. Alright. Next question. You gonna do 2 more questions?
How would you know if someone you care about is in a toxic relationship?
And I think toxicity and toxic relationships is a very big thing.
How
Like,
would
it's
you know
more,
if someone-
there's always been toxic relationships, but I think because of our generation, we talk about it more. So, yeah, how do you guys
Okay.
know what's a toxic
I would know
relationship?
someone close to me is in a toxic relationship if they start changing like how they act.
But question. But
They
isn't
can change
change
in a good way.
sometimes
Change
good?
is good, but there's certain change you could tell like something's going on.
What
with
type
them.
of change?
Like if they start
Like if they
Like,
use,
I'm trying to think. Like yeah, one prime example is if they start lessening how much they go to church or they stop going to church, like you know something's
You're gonna start
up.
questioning.
Like you're gonna know something's up or like.
But that doesn't necessarily say they're in a toxic relationship. It could be like
Something else.
situation.
Yeah.
But like you.
But if
Yeah.
they like for example, if they were like
They're not
they were
as happy
set,
as they used
you
to.
know, they weren't happy. They certain things that they used to do like going to church and stuff, but going to church so much and stuff. They were always reading their Bible, always praying, always doing that. and all of a sudden you see them hanging with the wrong side of the crew and things like that, you could start questioning, but it doesn't mean they're in a toxic relationship.
It could be just
it could be, you know,
other
personal issues and
factors,
stuff.
yeah.
But honestly, to me, if someone's in a toxic relationship, you could kind of see, like, I can't say emotional. Like, if you're friends with them and stuff like that, you could kind of like see, if like you're good friends, I mean, you could kind of see like their emotional side kind of change and stuff.
Yeah,
Or they start detaching from you. Like if you're really close and they're
Because a lot
starting
of times,
to like
hold
back
in a
from
toxic
you.
relationship starts.
They start holding back from you, like not telling you stuff or not talking to you, and you know, start like acting like weird, like really awkward around you. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's like not awkward, but they start acting different. Like they don't want to hang out as much, or like they don't want to talk as much. Like you'll feel the vibe. Like you'll sense something's off.
But again, that could also mean they're going through something personal.
Yeah, like I think
But it's always good to check the boxes.
Yeah, I think one of the good things, one of the things to look out in with people who have toxic relationships is how they act when they're together too, and like especially if she's more like reserved, and if she was never a reserved person, and then when he's around, he's yelling at her or calling her names. Calling her out of her name, touching her in ways that are inappropriate and she's not comfortable with.
Oh yeah, that too.
Or like hitting, cussing, all these things, starting to detach yourself from withdraw from family members and friends. Those are all signs of a toxic relationship. And I think even before you get into a relationship, you should always know what a toxic relationship is. So if a man comes and he don't come correct, you know what to leave.
Yes.
To get that
I'm very big on
your stuff and
respect,
leave.
so I'm not letting nobody just disrespect me.
Yeah, so, but honestly, that's the thing.
But it's hard though, because when you love somebody, you change for them. Like you try to accept them.
It's good to say like because
You want to be submissive.
I'm not going to be
submissive, but
I'm not going to let nobody do this to me. Many people that's in toxic relationships never thought they would ever be.
Yeah, exactly. And I think we grow and we change.
That's why you gotta have good
based
friends
on-
around you.
Sometimes even your friend, even though you have good friends, when you're in love, it changes. Like when you are in love and that feeling of love is intoxicating. And you don't listen. And like the things that you said, like Nana said, like the things that you said you would never do, you find yourself doing. Sometimes it's good for the good. Like I said, I never liked flowers, but now I like flowers.
Yeah.
So
love is a double-edged sword. That's the same, right? Yeah, it's a double. Is either you get a good poke or a bad poke.
And you also want to be careful not to confuse everything with toxicity.
Yeah, not everything is toxic.
This generation be in the word toxic.
That's why I say like personal, like some things could be like a personal issue.
Exactly. Especially like with, okay, so we all have feelings and we all get angry, we all get annoyed. So if someone's just like, I don't want to talk to you right now, and they're ignoring their significant other because if you're ignoring someone because you don't want to make a scene at a public event, or like you're not. Because like you don't want to blow up or embarrass yourself or them in a public event. Like, it's perfectly because you understand where you are emotionally.
And the same thing with like anger. Like me personally, when I'm mad, I just ignore everything and everyone. Like I tend to ignore people. Like sometimes it's a few days, a few hours, a week, depending on how mad I am. Because when I'm reaching my maximum anger, like I'm working on like not like cussing people out and stuff like that, like just going off on you, especially like if you wasn't the cause of my anger, I don't want to go off on you. So I know my limits, so like I just subtract myself from the equation. I just seclude myself.
And I think there's a healthy thing to that too. Yeah. Like there's an unhealthy way to seclude yourself and there's a healthy way to seclude yourself. But to just say everything is toxic just because everything is toxic. He doesn't call you every second of the day. That's toxic.
That's too clingy.
There's a disagreement. Okay, people disagree. It's toxic.
Or every argument is a toxic. No,
not everything's toxic.
Back to that clingy stuff. How do you feel about clingy relationships or people?
Clingy people. Alright, we turned this on me. But I think so I have different as I've grown through the years, I've changed. I used to be a very not clingy person, and if you look from the outside in, I'm not clingy at all. Like, honestly, if like I'm like, do whatever you want. I'm not gonna cling on to you. I'm not gonna be looking through your phone, all that good stuff. But I think there's a healthy cling, because if if a person can go away for, like, they go overseas for a month and you don't care if they call you, or you don't care if they check up on you every single day.
I think that's bad.
That's like, you're not really, because people that you love, you want to be close to them. So it's important. Like, cleanliness is natural, you know.
Yeah, there's a limit though.
There's a limit. There's a, oh my goodness.
Yeah, there's a point where clean can become toxic.
Exactly. It's like, oh, where are you? Oh, I want to be with you.
Like, you guys gotta match.
breathe.
Or like, people had to know you guys are in a relationship. You guys have to hold hands. Had to match. I can't do that.
I don't think I'm a PDA person.
Yeah, I don't. PDA is.
Yeah, I'm not.
Like,
And I'm like,
Do that in like, cause like, I feel like people that do PDA in public, I feel like you're just rude. Because like, not everybody's in a relationship, and some people are sad single. So like, you just,
I'm just saying,
I think it's just certain levels of PDA.
No, but like, you just kissing it, like, you're talking to somebody and then their significant other just come in and just, they start holding hands, hugging and kissing in front of them.
Okay, well that's uncomfortable.
That's uncomfortable.
I like healthy PDA. Like, I'm not down for every PDA.
A hug
but
and maybe a hand hold. But that shouldn't stop the sitting on the lap, kissing.
Yeah, that's too much. That's too much. That's uncomfortable.
Like, yes, I'm single. I understand. Yell in my face.
I think it's a good question to let them know. Have you guys ever been in love before? So then it gives context as to why you say what you say.
Yeah, because when you're in love, not saying that I've been in love, but what I've heard from the streets.
I've been in love.
Okay. So,
It's not bad. It's good.
It's
It's
not bad. It's cool.
No, it's good because like it helps you like when you really love somebody and they love you, like you guys uplift each other.
I agree.
We were uplifting each other. We was having each other like do good. Like we was focused on school. I had some healthy weight. That having it is good.
That helps you.
Every day.
People be loving it.
Y'all out your mind.
People be hating it. Yes, it is. It's good. I think otherwise. I feel as though people when they're in a relationship, they just look happier. So even if they gain a few pounds, like they just look happy. So I'm just even happy.
For someone that's been For someone that's been a stick their whole life, that happy weight was really good for me. It's really, really good for me. It's okay though.
But yeah, I think, I like that question. Like, when you're in love, like, the world doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. Like, whatever is going around, like, what's going on around you does not matter. I'm like, I'm just focused on that person at that moment. Like, so I'm not worried about if I'm holding this person's hands because I don't care about anybody else in the room right now. So I get PDA. It's just
don't kiss in front of me.
Even
no.
Like,
don't kiss in front of me.
Listen, I love when I see people like.
It makes me so happy.
Don't tongue someone
down.
Don't tongue
like that's just.
I would be very petty and walk up to you and be like, "Hi, how you doing?"
Girl, I like seeing people
hug themselves and like do a little kiss.
I can do a hug. Okay, a peck maybe, but don't. French kiss.
French kiss it's a little cringy to me. And in public, like of people around, it's a little cringy to me. I couldn't do it. But like in the airports. No. When you asked, would you take a break in a relationship?
Oh, would you take a break in a relationship?
Now, Pharlone, let me tell you this.
I can't.
I used to say the same thing even before, like, and the camera will hear me. Mm-hmm. Even before, like, what I'm in now, right? I would say it. Even during. We together, we not. Together, we not. Sometimes, girl, I think only breaks are okay if it's ordained by God. If God has called you and said, listen, y'all need to take a few days apart and just, evaluate things. Where are we going? What's going on? Things like that. Or even sometimes you not all the time though, it shouldn't be a habit. I would never do a break again. in the relationship I'm in now. I'm with him.
So in a relationship, your maximum would be one break a relationship. I feel like that's reasonable. Maybe.
I think it just
Like,
depends on the relationship. It depends on what has gone on and why. Sometimes, I know for me specifically, it was like we was arguing a lot of things going on, and it was just like, yo, we need to determine what we are doing.
Like,
and even to me, I'm like, yo, a part of me was like, I feel like I've forgotten why I love you. Like, where is that at? Like, and I think marriages go through that too.
Break, but it wasn't like because we were arguing. It's because he wanted to get himself right. Like he was going through too much. Like a lot of.
And no, you can go through
so
too much with me too. You can slow down talking to me.
He was like, let's take a break. Like, let me get my priorities straight before like I invite you in. I was like, I understood where he's coming from. I was like, I respect that because like you don't want to like hurt me in the process of you being hurt. So I was like, okay. I was like, you got it.
I get that, and it's a testimony for Nana to be like, oh, I understand the reason, because she was like, me, I would never take a break. Me,
are we together or we not?
If it's a break, then we're over. Me, on the other hand, I'm just like, you know what? Sometimes breaks are needed, and I just need a break for reasons because they need a break, and I'm like, okay, but I think at a point, it can be excessive, and like there's a point
it comes to a point where, especially if your relationship is God oriented, and I want to make that very clear to the camera, to the YouTube folk. God oriented. Don't be these celebrity couples out here taking breaks left and right, so your man could go have time with other women.
Exactly. I think especially with breaks, it should always be to better yourself, not because I want to go cheat. Like you cheated,
or I feel like you can't work past, because every time you take a break, the enemy will try you.
Yeah.
Especially the relationship you're in is a God-centered relationship. The enemy will try to keep you apart. Oh, 3 days, why not just a week? Why not just 2 weeks? And in that time, the temptations, the things that will happen, especially if you're waiting till marriage, temptations will come. Girls will throw themselves at your man. Men will throw at you.
People will come into your DMs. One thing I learned is that, like, I feel as though the enemy is very powerful. Whatever, I'm just like, you know what? I'm good on relationships right now. I really don't even want to talk to nobody. That's when people start coming in my DMs. I'm like, but when I want a relationship, like I have nobody. No one's coming in. Yeah. But when I decided to seek God and to like just better myself, the DMs be popping.
Becky, what's your question?
Last question. Oh my goodness. She can't even open a piece of paper. This is why y'all folded these real nice and tight.
Way too nicely.
She said, Ziploc.
I'm sorry, guys.
We waiting on you.
You know what, Berlyh? Hush. Okay, what is your number one value you will look for in a
That's a good one to end on.
That's a good question to end on. Oh, God is funny.
Honestly, so like obviously if I'm gonna be in a relationship, it has to be,
Yeah, okay, so with these, like, we all already know this is Christian.
It has
to be Christian.
It has to be Christian.
So yeah,
so that's like that is established.
Yeah, that's established. That's the foundation. If it's not there, it's not gonna be a relationship. You guys could think about it for a little bit. Not too long though.
It's my number one value, man.
Oh my goodness. Do you guys want to know mine?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll tell you mine too.
So for me, I've always had a lot. Like I've had like a few, but they've always been like he has to be funny. He has to be slow to anger. Those were always the things that I was just like, yeah, that has to be. And those are still the things that I look for. But with life. And the little bit of life experience that I have, because I'm not going to say I know everything, I've learned my number one value in a relationship is patience. I need someone who's patient with me and where I'm going with life, whether it be, sometimes I have good days and sometimes I have bad days, but when someone's patient, I feel as though they accept you and they work with you, and they're like, okay, you're here. Yes, I'm maybe frustrated with you, but I'm not going to take it out on you with anger. I'm not going to frustrate you even more. So patience is my number one value now.
Okay, mine is, it's changed. It hasn't changed, but number one will have to be communication because
That's a good one.
I'm bad at communication, but I've improved, but like, you gotta talk to me, we gotta talk because, you know, I know I can be annoying, you know, here and there, but like, if I'm making you upset or like you don't like certain things, like tell me, like come to me because like, I'm not gonna know.
Yeah.
Like I'm just be like, why you mad at me or stuff or something like that, but like, communicate. Like if you're not happy, like let me know, like, cause I always want to be a good support system. So like, let me know what's going on. Like talk to me, cause like, we're not mind readers out here. We're human. So
Yeah.
like, you gotta talk to me. Just it don't matter what it is. Just talk to me.
I agree.
Mine is also like communications and like mainly patience and stuff too, cause I'm that type of person. I don't like to talk. And I don't like to talk, and also like if something goes wrong, I usually just like stay away from like the, you know, like the issue. So like I want you to be able to like come to me and say, Becky, whatever you call me, whatever.
Babe.
Sugar. Like what's going on? Are you okay? Like I want you to be patient with me. I want you to be like, I'm gonna give her some time. Like I'm gonna give her some time. If she wants to come,
Yeah.
she'll come. If she don't want to come, I'm gonna come to her.
Yeah.
So like I'm not that type of person that loves to talk. I'm just gonna ignore you, and we're gonna go on with our life. And then when I'm done ignoring you, we come back.
Like 7 days later. That used to be 7 days later.
Okay,
It was funny how you thought.
My
Yeah.
second one that's a close tie with that is loyalty because I'm very, very big on trust. Like with people, even if we just met, like from day one, I'm loyal to you until proven wrong. So I'm very big on loyalty and trust. Like I'll trust my man. Like if you tell me you're going somewhere, like I'm gonna trust you. Like, you know, don't break it. Because once you break that trust, I'll forgive you. Don't get me wrong, I'll forgive you. But the relationship not gonna be the same no more. Like even with friendship, like it don't matter what it is. Like it's not gonna be the same.
Yeah.
Like loyalty and communication.
I agree. Before you go, like I love how y'all said communication, and it kind of ties back into patience with me too. Cause me, I'm not the best communicator, but I'm learning and I'm growing. I'm working on myself.
Messages. Okay.
The shots have been fired.
It's okay.
But I'm working on myself. I'm working on myself, and I need someone who's patient with me, especially because I've gotten better, girl. I was worse. I wouldn't answer.
Yeah, I think I've gotten better.
But that's why patience is so big for me because I have a lot of flaws, and I believe everyone has a lot of flaws. So like, for us to understand that, hey, we're entering into this flaws and all, but we're going to build each other up. I think one of y'all said that. Build each other up and walk with each other in this life is very
I
important.
give them a warning. I tell them, look, I'm a handful. If you sure you want to stay, go ahead. I'm a roller coaster. I be like, I'm a handful.
I used to be like, I'm not a handful. I'm just like very.
I'm gonna let you know what you gonna get into.
I'm aware I'm a handful.
Because I didn't know I was a handful. I thought like, okay, Berlyh. Not that I was a normal, I'm chill, I don't require much, I don't get angry, like I'm very like chill, like I don't care, like, you know, girls who go through men's phones, like that's not something
I can't do that.
Like honestly, if you wanna be trifling, the Holy Spirit's gonna tell me anyway. So like,
I'm gonna have to dream about it.
I don't have to like waste my energy because the Holy Spirit will reveal.
Or my mom's gonna have a dream for me.
Yeah, like
my mom's gonna be like,
exactly.
Sister, I did this. Like,
exactly. So like, I don't need particularly a lot of things. But it was not until I was in a situation where I'm like, Berlyh, you're a lot. You're a lot. You're a lot to deal with. But I think that's
a lot to deal with in a good way.
Yeah, I think that's a good place to end. I think we've talked about a lot. There's still a few questions in this bowl, but we're going to have another talk another day, and I think we covered everything. This has been Berlyh. This has been
Pharlone.
This has been
Rebecca.
And oh my goodness! If you like that video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And when you're finished with that, turn the notification bell on so you're notified every single time a new video comes out. And when you're done with all of that, be sure to share it to your family, your friends, your coworkers, people on the street, everybody. Share it with everybody. So that's it for today. Stay filled, overflowers.